Member of the House Ways and Means Committee, member of the House Committees on Veterans Affairs, representative from North Carolina, and more importantly to this conversation, he's also a urologist, doctor, and Congressman Greg Murphy. It's great to have you, sir.
Thank you for having me.
You know, when I knew you were coming on today, I thought back, and there was an interview we did in 2023, and it was about Joe Biden kind of walking off an interview, very awkward, and we were talking about that in addition to all the work you were doing with the Hunter Biden investigation, the IRS whistleblowers. But maybe you were the one who really noticed something and caught on to some of this before. I want to play this exchange.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate
it's great to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Don't go anywhere. It's a very exciting day around here. We'll have reaction and analysis to everything we just heard.
I'm a urologist. I've taken care of a lot of older individuals, and that we'll give the president a little bit of a break there. Maybe he had to run and use the restroom.
I mean, now looking back, I just wonder if he was, suffering there, and if you think he skipped out on testing, or do you think it was a cover-up?
Well, no, I really don't. I hate to use the word cover-up here because I'm trying to really be about the facts. I think it was obviously a cover-up about his cognitive status. Good Lord, that was the greatest lie I think will go down as being told to the American people. But I'm understanding that the physician for the White House said that he didn't need a PSA or that one wasn't ordered. Even somebody said because of cost, which is absolute nonsense. As a urologist, I don't normally screen individuals over the age 75 for prostate cancer in the absence of symptoms. But if you have an 80-year-old or 82-year-old gentleman running for the highest office in the land, he deserves the complete workup, which included a PSA and also a rectal examination. And to think that any of this stuff popped up overnight just since he lost the election, I think is foolhardy. Was he dealing with this? Was he being treated for this months ago or even years ago? I think is purely up to conjecture. The bottom line is he has a disease now. It's metastatic. And whether it was missed or not or should have been treated earlier really is going to be up to the physicians who took care of him.
Yeah, and again, everyone is upset and sad that, no one wants to see him suffering and wants him to recover. But there's just questions. And, Leo Terrell maybe, is taking it in a different direction here. He says elder abuse criminal charges with Joe Biden, and he's a senior counselor to the Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights. I mean, but there have been questions about Joe Biden and, allowing her husband to run for re-election. And again, getting medical care. But now we're having the discussion. And do you think his prognosis is one that is treatable?
Yeah, absolutely treatable. There are hormonal treatments that they can do. I know that this was discovered at least 6 weeks ago because what you determine for hormonal treatments is how he responds to basically a chemical that removes testosterone from the body and whether his PSA drops or not. Bianca, I've seen people live 15, 18 years with this exact presentation to the bones. I don't know what his bone scan showed specifically. Sadly enough, I've seen people pass away in 6 months. It really depends upon his response to treatment. And thank God, if the pill penalty for the IRA had been in effect 15 years ago, we would not have some of the great treatments that we have now for metastatic prostate cancer. So, just because it's spread to the bone, I think people are very scared about this. But there are a lot of treatments. I've seen people who have bone scans that light up like Christmas trees. After treatment, they return to entirely normal treatment. So it's all very guarded, a lot of it conjecture.
Finally, President Trump said there was a lot of love in the room when he was on the Hill. One big, beautiful bill. Obviously, there are some holdouts. There are some issues ahead. What is your take and read today after President Trump showed up there to have some friendly discussions?
Well, it was a great discussion. I tell you, President Trump was funnier than Saturday Night Live is these days. But he kept us going. He really engaged with people, and he talked specifically to some members about salt. That, good Lord, you can't get so greedy about this and think that the world revolves around you. Or on the other side of the hand, of people who want to really cut a lot of programs, which is not in the nation's best interest. Trying to pull the middle of the road, trying to be the biggest cheerleader he can for the Republican conference to get what is really a landmark bill across the finish line.
Yeah, it sure is. Well, Congressman Greg Murphy, always a pleasure to have you, sir. Don't make it too many years here again. And Thanks for your expertise in the medical field. Certainly great.